Rate That Custom Track, a series hosted by TWD98 and his friend Justin. It was about playing some custom tracks and messing around with them. It was a simple concept, but it was special to me. I didn't know how to play custom tracks, so being able to see all these wacky glitches and insane-looking things, it was magical. But it was more than just the tracks. The show had its own personality, its own humor, its own style. Until suddenly, it just ended. The last episode was back in 2017, almost 6 years ago. Sadly, most people in the community have lost hope in the series coming back. But not me. I'm going to prove to Troy that the people want this series back, and I'm going to do it in the only way I know how. Here's how this series is going to work. I'm going to remake some tracks featured in each episode of Rate That Custom Track, but not all of them. I won't remake any track if it's had a significant overhaul and is in CTGP, like Underground Sky, Fishbone Island, Mushroom Valley, so on. In addition, if there's a major remake that I know is already released, I won't remake it, because I don't want to start drama with the people who put in the work before me. Finally, even if a track has had an update since it was shown on Rate That Custom Track, I'm still going to remake it with a few exceptions here and there. The only times I'll divert from these rules is if there's a track that I really want to make myself, but those will be few and far between. Oh, and one more thing, don't harass Troy over this. While it would be cool to see the series come back, if he doesn't want to bring it back, that's his choice. This series is mostly to pay homage to something I'm very nostalgic over, and with that out of the way, let's get started. We're going to start where every good thing should start. Episode 1. The 3 tracks featured in this video are Underground Sky, Lava Flow Volcano, and SNES Bowser Castle 3. Unfortunately, of these 3, only one of them doesn't have a significant remake. Underground Sky had a remake added to CTGP around 5 years ago, and although it's not getting into CTGP, Lava Flow Volcano got a remake 2 years ago. And that leaves us with the only track not remade, SNES Bowser Castle 3, damn it. Okay, yeah, we got 2 really big remakes of this track very recently, and another one in 2017. But the thing is, I already started my remake before those other ones came out, and the 2017 version is boring. I really didn't have a choice. I had already started this, and I was going to finish it. That, and if I didn't, I would have to remake Lava Flow Volcano. I'm not remaking a circle. Onto the track itself. I tried to watch the original episode to find some criticism for this track, but they didn't really have much to say.
Okay. You can land on the walls.
Thanks, Troy, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, there were a few problems with the track, namely how small it was, how absolutely punishing the ramps were, and this, thing at the end. But other than that, I decided to go with some more unique ideas. My first thought was to try and make the track less flat, because I was tired of playing tracks that remind me of my chest. A personal gripe I have with a lot of custom tracks is what I like to call zero flip trick ramps. In Mario Kart Wii, boost ramps have 3 variants, which either give you 0, 1, or 2 flips. 2 and 1 flips are actually pretty satisfying when used right, but then there are some people who use boost ramps that give you no flips at all. I decided to go with single flip ramps, since those give a bit less air and still wouldn't feel completely morally wrong. Around this part at the end, there are these walls with ramps on these straightaways, and you can use the ramps to hop over from lane to lane. I wanted to make sure to keep that, but more importantly, I wanted to add some context to this section. Instead of using just regular walls, I made them hedges to make this part feel like a garden. That's all there really was to mention about the modeling, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. If only it was that easy. If only it could have gone that smoothly. But no. While working on this track, I grew a hatred towards what I'd consider to be my newfound enemy. Rain. Going into this, I wondered to myself, why are there so few tracks with a rain effect? It would help provide some atmosphere to some tracks, and the ones that do use it work pretty well. It can't be that hard. I very quickly understood why people don't do this. Every change I made to the rain would break something in a completely new way that I couldn't even begin to comprehend. I decided to try looking at different shaders from tracks with rain, but every single time I got something that looked right, uh-oh, the track won't load anymore. So I had to backtrack and find what was going wrong, but everything I could possibly think of just couldn't revive the course. So when I checked the encoding of the rain textures and oh, what's this? They use transparent textures? I was using the ones from Neo Bowser City and Mario Kart 7, so I figured, okay, I'll just trace out the circles of the rain and import them that way. But that didn't fix it either. But when I checked the model in NoClip, everything was showing up just fine. So it was just a game of guess and check until I got something to load in-game, until I finally got something working. And that ended up just blacking out the roads, so I tried adding transparency to the model, but that didn't help either, so I re-encoded the textures, but that didn't fix it either, and then... I think you get the point. Trying to get this simple splash effect was like trying to defuse a bomb. But once I finally got it right, it should be smooth sailing from there. From here, it was extremely straightforward. Just adding objects, doing some edits to the skybox. One of my favorite little details are these Bowser statues. For these, I took the model from Bowser Castle 64, then edited it to make it look a bit more weathered since, you know, rain. And finally, after 4 whole months of endless errors and crashes, here it is. SNES Bowser Castle 3. So, let's go over some of the initial criticism of the original BC3 and see if I fixed them.
Can you can land on the walls.
Yeah, you can basically land on all of them, even the hedges.
Yeah.
But
Swamps
no
are
sh-
green. It's weird.
Oh yeah, huh? Sketch.
No, swamps are not green over here.
What? Wait, what?
Kart physics for the win, baby.
Alright. That doesn't make any sense at all.
Mario Kart physics. I'm telling you, Trent.
Well, I didn't even include a fire wheel at all, so it counts.
Cool, though. There's like a ton of ramps right here. It's hard. I actually suggest not tricking on them, just personal experience right here. Just don't trick on them until like the last one. Because if you get a bad landing, you're just gonna fall off.
Well, tricking on these can still give you a bad landing sometimes, but for the most part, I'd say it's pretty consistent.
The only thing is, there's no shortcut. Like, you gotta have shortcuts.
Yeah.
These count. Kinda. Yeah, I'd say I did it. All the boxes have been checked. And some of you may be asking, will this get into CTGP?
Nope.
Well, thank you all so much for watching. This video took a lot of time to make, so if you enjoyed it, please feel free to subscribe. It helps out a ton and motivates me to work on videos like this. But yeah, that's about it. See ya!